Welcome to the Small Business Spotlight hosted by JAISIN Insurance Solutions. I'm your host, Raquel Goldie. The goal is to bring more awareness to businesses and entrepreneurs in the local community. That being said, I'm here with Kenneth Cadmus, president of FIIK. Thank you for joining me, Kenneth. Now, give me a little background information on FIIK.
We are a scooter micromobility company. We like to classify ourselves as the opposite of a rideshare. We primarily target leisure rides. We're not going after transportation solutions like some of the larger companies. We actually started out originally as an electric skateboard manufacturer in Australia, which is our parent company. About 2 years ago, we branched out into the e-ride or electric mobility space. And about a year ago, we came up with our current business model and have grown ever since.
Why did you make the jump from skateboards to scooters?
Well, obviously, in any industry, you always have to be changing. You constantly have to be adjusting and adapting to new products. We actually started manufacturing for some of the larger companies about 2.5 years ago. And we actually did a trade show about 1.5 years ago and bought some of our e-mobility scooters. And out of all the really cool products that we have with our parent company, no one wanted to talk about anything except for our electric mobility scooters. All these small businesses wanted to know how they could enter into that space without having to make big capital investments, especially in software and all the other capital things that are required. So about 1.5 years ago, we started to develop our software, and that brought us to where we are today.
Now, obviously, this is the Small Business Spotlight. So how is FIIK helping local and small businesses?
Sure, that's a great question. That's actually one of the primary reasons why we started to do this. In 2018, electric scooter rideshare rides actually surpassed bicycle rides as a whole. So in 2018, there were about 40 million e-scooter rides taken just in the USA, where there were about 36 million bike rides through a rideshare company. That brings us to our local partners. There was really no solution for the small guy to enter into that space. So we developed our own software where we can partner with small local businesses where they can enter into the space without having to make 7-figure investments between software and hardware. They can make relatively small or little to no investments and be able to enter into that space.
Now, I'm a pretty clumsy person myself, so I have to ask, how is FIIK ensuring companies and consumers' safety?
It's also a great question. One of the primary things that we do in our application is before any ride is taken, we have a how-to slide. It's about 5 different slides, and it gives the user a brief overview as to how to operate the unit safely and efficiently. That must be completed and must be flipped through and viewed before the ride is able to be activated. Also, with all of our partners, we provide a helmet solution at no cost to the partner, where at each of our parking hub or pickup locations, they're able to offer helmets to the riders at no charge. Also, one of the testaments for our opinion is that we have one of the best, safest units on the market. It's got a very highly visible LED front light, LED rear brake light. It's a very, very stable deck to stand on. It's also got a couple of reflective material all around, so it gives the user one of the highest quality, but also one of the safest rides.
Now, it seems like from this explanation that FIIK is very, very easy to use, which I know is what most people want to hear. So if I'm a company who's interested in partnering with FIIK, what can my expectation be?
Sure. Believe it or not, we really don't do any marketing. It's a kind of company where people see us and we have a ton of inbound traffic activity. One of our biggest partner agreements is that we can provide them hardware and software at virtually no cost to the partner whatsoever up front. We also give them the ability to white label brand not only the unit itself, but also have a certain level of white label branding within the app that we also provide at virtually no cost to the partner. We do offer some product liability insurance, which is actually offered through JAISIN. We extend that to all of our partners at no cost to them. Some of our partners also opt in to go for a higher level of general liability, which we also refer over to JAISIN Insurance Solutions.
Yes. So where do you see Ride FIIK going in the future? Because I feel like it could definitely, be the sky's the limit for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Our biggest partners at the moment are hotels and resorts. With us going after the leisure rider and not the transportation rider, we primarily go after people that are coming from out of town or out of state. They're staying in a high traffic downtown area. Our hotel partners offer that client the ability, especially with COVID right now, no one really wants to be in close proximity with one another in a taxi or an Uber. This gives them the ability to go explore their local area in their destination of choice at a low cost, typically cheaper even than an Uber, and be able to return that unit back to it. But one of our biggest future expansions, believe it or not, is in South America and Mexico. Mexico, we actually just recently launched a resort partner in Cancun, and we have about 3 or 4 also partners in the Cancun and Merida area that we're going to be launching in the next 60 to 90 days. So that's one of our biggest opportunities. We also are expanding greatly throughout the USA, and then we are looking at some options over in Europe.
Oh, that's great. It sounds like you guys are definitely doing well even during these crazy times, which is nice to hear, especially for, a smaller business. But I have to ask, of course, so why JAISIN Insurance Solutions?
Sure. That's a great question. I was actually referred to JAISIN by a very close associate of mine. We had been shopping around for some different options. Like I said, for us to be able to offer a certain level of protection to our partners is very important. Which is why we do offer that product liability to all of our partners. But after quoting around it really doesn't come down to just price with us. It's more about the relationship that's being established. Anytime we reach out to JAISIN or any of his associates, we typically either get an answer immediately or within 30 minutes. Anytime we needed flexibility on certain terms, he's there to help. So having that close relationship with your insurance provider to us is very important, especially in our type of business that has some level of risk. It's just deeply important to us. And JAISIN was able to fulfill that.
Definitely, JAISIN is a great guy, and thank you so much for jumping on with me today. I'm Raquel Goldie, and I will see you next time for another Small Business Spotlight.